when you're creating content on Instagram and it happens to be about another brand or another person, should you be tagging that account as a collaborator on the post that you are putting out on Instagram? Now, when it comes to collaborations, these are designed to allow a piece of content to live on your profile and also on someone else's profile, meaning your audience will see it and their audience will see it and will bring more eyes to that one singular piece of content so that it doesn't have to be reshared or posted on two separate accounts. It all funnels into one space, which is really helpful for bumping up how many people are seeing and interacting with that piece of content. This is designed specifically for brand deals and sponsorships and partnerships and things that are discussed in advance and decided on before the content is made. This is not meant to be used if you happen to create something that is about someone else's product or service and then you just tag them in it. That is incredibly poor form. That is like creating something and saying, hey, I want you to give me your audience because I did this thing and it happens to be about you or related to you in some way. It's very much a clout-seeking type of pick-me content, and we do not want to do that. That is going to alienate and isolate the people that we are creating that content about. If you ever want to do a brand deal or a sponsorship or some type of collaboration with that company or that entity, do not tag them without that pre-discussed permission as a collaborator in your post. That is what a normal tag is for. If you are creating a piece of content that happens to be about a product or you're using a product and you just want to be like, this is the brand, tag them, but not as a collaborator. Mostly we want to see the @mentions in the caption, and if you really need to, you can tag them in the photo so people can click and go see their accounts. But this is not a collaborator capacity. We are not having that collaboration relationship with them. If you came to me and you tried to tag me as a collaborator in something that I did not okay, I'm going to look at that and think they're looking to use my name to gain my audience, to gain information or reputation from me. I am not going to accept that. That will be a hard decline. If they continue to do it, it will probably be a block because they are trying to use me to grow their business without having that conversation with me. I also can't verify the quality that has gone into creating that content. It might not be the quality that I need or that a brand needs to be associated with them. So a collaborator is basically asking them to allow your content from somebody that they don't know or associate with to live on their page and to go to their audience. And that is just icky. So we want to make sure that as we're doing this, we're doing it in the proper way. If you're creating a great piece of content, and I hope that you are, we do want them to see it. We want them to have access to that conversation. We want them to be able to share it in their stories, or then to reach out to us and say, hey, we would love to share this on our page. Can we have a conversation about this? We want that. We want a good quality working relationship. And if you keep showing up saying, I'm representing you, I'm doing these cool things, and I'm making you aware to my brand, I am making my brand aware of you, that's going to work to your benefit. Then maybe they'll consider working with you in the future, or at the very least, they'll be aware of who you are and appreciate the content you're creating that happens to show them off. But by trying to grab onto something that is not yours and pull yourself up with it, that is only going to result in you being blacklisted in the industry, because these companies all talk. We all have these conversations to know who we need to be aware of and who we need to be blocking and who we need to be careful of. So do it in the right way. Normal tags, or better yet, @mentions in the caption, highly valuable. And tags in stories. By all means, do the @mention in the stories. That's much more likely to get your content shared on their stories. But don't add them as a collaborator unless you are actively working with them. You are in conversations with them and they have said, yes, please create this content on our behalf. We would like to be a collaborator on it so it also lives on our channel. Unless there's that discussion beforehand, you are not going to be clout chasing with the content you are creating. You are only going to be letting them know about it by tagging them in a normal capacity. I know we get a lot of questions like this on our really on our Instagram DMs, but also in our email. So if you've got questions similar to this, go ahead and drop those down below for me in the comments. Or if you don't want to be super public about it, feel free to DM me privately or to email me privately. That is where this question came from today, so that we can help you to grow what you're doing as an influencer, as a content creator, and as somebody who is out on the internet trying to build your community and your conversations. Because we want this to be your most profitable year ever with the least amount of stress and overwhelm and time commitment on the content you're creating. And we want to make sure you're doing things ethically as well. So follow along for more daily episodes, and we'll see you in the upcoming episodes.